E3 is gamers' heaven. Tons of video game announcements and new information about games we're excited about, but is E3 a good event for anime games? My name is Globco and these are my predictions for anime games at E3. Okay, E3 is basically two things. E3 is press conferences and E3 is the show floor. Press conferences are live streamed to the whole world. We can all watch it from our homes. The show floor, you know, it usually has some stuff that comes out, but it's usually through media coverage. People that attend E3 go to the booths, check out their games, and then they give us the information they came up with. So with that in mind, I don't think we'll see a lot of anime games in the press conferences. But I do think we'll see something, okay? And I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is the big thing. Now, some of you might have read some articles that say Kingdom Hearts 3 is only coming out in 2020, so obviously it's too soon for it to show up at E3. Bullshit, clickbait, that's fake news. Those articles are referencing a PDF file. It's actually more of a PowerPoint file, like a slide presentation. That thing leaked from Square Enix, and it shows the financials and some, it's a meeting with investors. It's complicated stuff, we don't need to get into that. And the reason why media outlets said Kingdom Hearts 3 is only coming out in 2020 is because they showed a bunch of games in a slide and they said these games are coming out in the next 3 years, which yes, could mean 2020, but it also can mean next year. So let me tell you why releasing Kingdom Hearts 3 in 2020 is an incredibly dumb move, and it's not happening. It's just not happening. Square Enix recently released all their games for PlayStation 4. They remade 1.5 HD, 2.5 HD, Birth by Sleep, a bunch of others, all in the same collection, so new fans can play all their games before Kingdom Hearts 3. People who have a PlayStation 4, which is way more people that had a PlayStation 3 back in the day. There's a lot of new people jumping into Kingdom Hearts, and they might need, you know, to play the previous games to get excited for the next one. There's a momentum going there. Point number 2, they released Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. And they released that game as the last big game before Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. Alright, the last one. So number 1, they have to capitalize on the momentum created by the relaunching of the original games on PS4, which has all these new fans excited about Kingdom Hearts 3, so they need to start talking about Kingdom Hearts 3 right now. And they just launched their last game before Kingdom Hearts 3. Do you think they're gonna go 3 years until 2020 without releasing a single Kingdom Hearts game? There's no way that's gonna happen. So here's my prediction for E3. The game shows up on stage at Sony's press conference. We get a release date and we get a trailer. Now, is the trailer gonna be CG or gameplay? I don't know. I would originally say CG because, you know, Kingdom Hearts does really good CG, but since Sony has been focusing so much on gameplay demos, then, with a few exceptions of course, I expect this to be gameplay. Kingdom Hearts is my prediction number 1. Number 2 is Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. Now, I don't think this will show up at a press conference, but I think it will be on Bandai Namco's booth. Why only at the booth and not the press conference? I mean, even the Storm games didn't show up at the press conference. And they were huge in terms of anime games, still not big enough for Sony. And Sony has so many heavy hitters this year, like they can fill a whole press conference with games that are just much, much bigger than Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. That sucks for us because we're gonna depend on media companies and usually smaller media companies to cover this game, to go to the booth and actually play it and give us their impressions, because the bigger media companies, they're gonna be focusing on the bigger games. But if they are at the booth, if they even have like some new features or maybe even a playable demo, then I'm sure we'll see something on their YouTube channel. And that is if they're even at E3. There's a rumor going around that the trailer was actually leaked, it wasn't supposed to be launched, so they might be too early in development, they maybe don't have any plans to be at E3. I think they will, but it's not 100% confirmed. It's not really a safe bet. Not as safe as the Kingdom Hearts stuff. And the next and my final prediction, I don't know where this is showing up. I'm talking about Ni no Kuni 2, which could use an update. Ni no Kuni 2 still has a release date of 2017. It's coming out this year. We still don't know when, so I'm expecting at least a release date to come out of E3. Will this show up at Sony's press conference? It's hard to say. The game is gorgeous, and Sony really likes to show how pretty their games are on PlayStation. So on one hand, yes, it could be on Sony's press conference. With Studio Ghibli behind this game and the animation work they're doing, it's hard to have a better looking game on your press conference. But then again, Sony's lineup is kind of insane this year. It's really big. So, it's really strong. I don't know if this game is going to show up on stage. Overall, because I think Sony values aesthetics and pretty games so much, I think it will. But what do you think? Is this a press conference game or is this a show floor game? I'd love to know your opinion, and that's it. This is a short video because those are my predictions. They're kind of short as well. E3 is not a huge anime show. Not a lot of anime gets announced there. I mean, there are some better years than others. I don't think this is going to be a great year for anime games. So that's all I'm expecting to learn this year at E3. Which games would you like to see at E3 this year? They don't have to be anime, but I would love to know what you guys are playing. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and hey, very topical video. These are the top 10 anime that deserve a video game. I would love to see any of these show up at E3 this year. If you're in the mood for something else, click right there, but as always, thank you very much for watching. My name's Globku, and I'll see you guys next time. Boy!